from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on a guard for thee.
It's my pleasure to declare Convocation officially convened. Please take your seats and rest comfortably. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Robert Thirsk, and I'm the Chancellor of the University of Calgary. Let's do the astronaut safety thing first. In the unlikely event of a fire alarm sounding, you will be instructed by myself or a designate to remain seated while we investigate. If an evacuation is required, we'll follow the directions of the ushers and marshals to the nearest stairwell and we'll exit out of the building. Emergency exits are located on the north wall behind me, up on the upper running track level, and also on the court level as well. And you can also exit the gymnasium where you entered on the upper level at the southwest corner. I acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nations, and the Stoney Nakoda, which includes the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The City of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. The University of Calgary is situated on land adjacent to where the Bow River meets the Elbow River. The traditional Blackfoot name of this site is Mohkinstsis, which we now call the City of Calgary. It's a pleasure to welcome today's graduates who sit before me, along with family and friends, to this afternoon's convocation ceremony. University President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Elizabeth Cannon and I are pleased to welcome Honorary Doctorate recipient Kim Sturgis and Order of the University of Calgary recipient Dr. Chan Weerasinghe. And I'm also pleased to welcome Jill Wyatt, Chair of the University of Calgary Board of Governors, Dr. Drew Marshall, Vice President Academic, other members of our Board of Governors, my dear colleagues, the University Senators, members of our senior leadership team, Sagar Grewal, Students' Union President, Britt Paris, Graduate Students Association President, other executive members of our Students' Union and Graduate Students Association, Joanne Cuthbertson, Chancellor Emerita, and a warm welcome to our past honorary degree recipients, Dr. Janice Eisenhower and Dr. Francis Wright. And welcome to distinguished graduate Cheryl Sandercock. A special welcome to professors and staff from the Faculty of Graduate Studies and the Schulich School of Engineering. This is a day of celebration. We encourage you to share your joy and pride with us on social media. Use the Twitter hashtag #UCalgaryGrad, or you could use the handles @UCalgary, or even mine, @Robert Thirsk. To family and friends, you're here celebrating with a mixture of pride, joy, and a shared sense of accomplishment. You've stood by your graduates over the course of their degree, offering words of encouragement, a voice of reason, and the occasional shoulder to cry on. Thanks to each of you for the love and support that you've given to our graduates. In fact, graduates, let's pause for a moment because what I just said is rather important. As you know, we're in the middle of the Stanley Cup Finals. And one of the greatest traditions of hockey is that immediately after putting the puck in the net, the scorer will turn to the player who got the assist and will point to them so that everyone in the arena knows who set up the goal. And this upholds the notion that hockey is a team sport. Well, post-secondary education is also a team sport. Graduates, do me a favor, look around and find your family and friend in the bleachers. In fact, graduates, let me ask you to stand up. Please stand and point to those people who assisted you in graduating today. Wave and cheer, make some noise, show them you're grateful for everything that we've done. Let's all give the family and friends a round of applause. Thank you, graduates. Have a seat. And yes, to our assembled graduates, congratulations. You are the University of Calgary's class of 2018. Woohoo! So this is my last convocation as your Chancellor. A highlight of my term has been the privilege to meet you, students who wish to make our world a better place. This morning, as you graduate and move on to your next adventure in life, I'd like to pass on to you one final thought. I wish to share with you one last valuable lesson that I learned during my career, and that is to stay out of my comfort zone. What does it mean to stay out of one's comfort zone? I think you already know. For some of you, staying out of your comfort zone means staying up for weeks on end to prepare for your thesis defense. For others, it means working part-time jobs and volunteering in the community while studying at university, or venturing, for the sake of your education, to a new country with unfamiliar language, culture, and values. For me, staying out of my comfort zone means launching to space atop 4 million pounds of explosive propellant, knowing that it might be the last thing that I ever do. The secret to career success, in my experience, is boldness. Throughout my life, I've worked with gifted colleagues who shared a sense of daring. It was when we functioned at the limits of our capabilities that we flourished, and our achievements were most meaningful. My best learning occurred when I was uncomfortable, training overseas for weeks on end in a foreign language, or in survival training situations when I was hungry, tired, and edgy. The best decisions I made in life often left me feeling uncertain and anxious. This may sound sadistic, but I wish the same for you. As you leave the University of Calgary, I encourage you to stay out of your comfort zone. Take on life challenges that are bigger than yourselves. Seek out co-workers, employers, and mentors who are drawn to grand, seemingly impossible challenges. Those are the people who will energize you, who will push you to be the best you can be. The world leaders of my era, Martin Luther King, Margaret Thatcher, Nelson Mandela, Sally Ride, were inspirational leaders who believe that we do things not because they're easy, but because they're hard, who dreamed of things that never were and asked why not, and who boldly went where no one had gone before. Our nation today does not need risk-averse leaders who are fearful of failing. Society will never advance under their leadership. Rather, we need your bold leadership. The challenges facing 21st century society are numerous and daunting. For example, access to clean water for all world citizens, the role of artificial intelligence in society, and the exploration of deep space. These and many other challenges will only be solved by those rare, bold leaders who are not only experienced and competent, but also willing to take on risks. Be aware that by continually venturing out of our comfort zones, we will make mistakes. I have repeatedly failed in life. As a young astronaut, I amassed a rich catalog of failures during training that I later drew upon for success in space. Taking a bold approach means that you will also be prone to making mistakes, more mistakes than those who pursue a safer, more conventional path in life. But failure is what has honed the skills of history's greatest leaders. If it ever becomes too much, call on us, your home university, share your dilemmas with your former classmates or a respected professor who knows you well. Some of us have been there and done that, done something similar to what you will go through. Your university community and its programs are lifelong resources. Be bold, take on risk, embrace failure, pursue the impossible, avoid your comfort zone. What happens next in your life matters to us. We'll watch with pride as you make your mark in the world. And as alumni, you will always remain part of the University of Calgary family. We wish you continued success and happiness. I now invite President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Elizabeth Cannon to come forward and address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor Thirsk. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to join the Chancellor in welcoming our many distinguished guests, members of our board, Senate, senior leadership team, student leaders, faculty and staff, honorary degree recipient Kim Sturgis, Order of the University of Calgary, Chanwera Singha, and our distinguished graduate, Cheryl Sandercock. I'd also like to thank all of the friends and family here today to recognize this year's graduating class. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge Chancellor Thirsk, who, as he mentioned, completes his term as Chancellor at the end of June. Bob, you've done an outstanding job being an ambassador for all of us at the University of Calgary in our Eyes High vision, and we want to thank you for your dedication and leadership. Most importantly, I'd like to send a very special welcome to you, our graduands, as we celebrate this milestone in your lives. It took a lot of hard work and persistence to get to where you are today. You've faced new challenges and opportunities throughout your learning experience, and in response, you've grown personally, professionally, and intellectually. The last few years have been a time of true self-discovery, and each one of you is a better person as a result. At the same time that you can look back and feel proud of your accomplishments, you can also look forward to the many new opportunities that lie ahead. The same determination that helped you complete your degree will also help you excel in the years ahead. Together, you represent a generation unlike any other. You are creative, resourceful, and committed to helping others. Our university is tremendously proud to count you as part of our family. Congratulations to the class of 2018. Thank you. Now I'm joined on this stage by those who care deeply about excellence in learning. They're passionate about the quality of higher education, and they're dedicated to the success of our students. Please join me in thanking them. These are the faculty and staff of the University of Calgary, members of our board and Senate, chancellors past and present, and community supporters. Those on the stage or those in the audience who work for the University of Calgary, please stand so we can thank you for your commitment to our university and our students. Thank you. Every convocation is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and as president of the university, I consider it a great honor to preside over this tradition. I'm also inspired each and every year by the stories of students who have achieved the extraordinary during their time at our university. I'd like to share two such stories from this graduating class. Alina Koknitskaya is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. In 2017, she led the University of Calgary team that won first place at the International Genetically Engineered Machine Competition, or IGEM. Together with her teammates, Alina developed a technique for astronauts to turn biological waste into plastic tools. The project was such a success that they will now test it this summer with the Canadian Space Agency. Alina's passion for science also extends to community engagement. She has served as an ambassador for the Discover Engineering program, as well as a tour guide for the Space Station Museum. Congratulations, Alina. The next story is of Kurt Blay, who graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Kurt's leadership can be seen across a remarkable range of initiatives. He has served as the Vice President of Services for the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students, the Director of the Engineering Student Society Pi Week, and the President of Civil Engineering Undergraduate Society, among numerous other volunteer roles. Kurt is also a vocal advocate for diversity in STEM fields, and he has worked tirelessly in these efforts. In recognition of his remarkable dedication to our community, Kurt recently received the Donna Geekie Award. Congratulations, Kurt. These stories are just a few of the examples I could give. There are so many others on our campus, and together they illustrate the incredible potential of our students. Given the right support and opportunity, you are capable of creating such a positive impact, whether it's leading social progress or starting a business or developing a new technology. Your contributions add up to a stronger, more resilient Calgary and a better world for all of us. Our commitment to you is to make sure that we're creating the foundation for your success right here on our campus. We're focusing on enriching the student experience through hands-on learning, research, and opportunities to engage in entrepreneurial thinking. We're building great momentum towards these goals. Last May, we announced the launch of the Hunter Hub for Entrepreneurial Thinking. This was made possible by a gift of $40 million from Calgary's own Hunter family. Along with other philanthropic support, this gift has helped us surpass the $1 billion mark towards our Energize campaign for transformative teaching, learning, and research. The Hunter Hub's permanent home will be in the redeveloped McKimmie complex. And if you've been walking around campus today, you'll see that this project is well underway in the middle of our campus. The redevelopment will support another 500 new full-time students, and it will enrich the student experience with centralized student services, new classrooms, and expanded study spaces. But at the same time that we're enhancing the university in a physical sense, we're also looking at the social and community aspects of our campus. Last fall, we launched our first Indigenous strategy, Itapatope, which was one important step in our journey towards reconciliation, respect, and inclusion. And we're delighted to welcome our inaugural Vice Provost Indigenous Engagement, Michael Hart, to champion our strategy. And over the course of 1 year, we've seen a 10% increase in the number of registrations from Indigenous students. We also saw an outstanding milestone during our second annual Giving Day. In just 24 hours, more than 1,200 donors contributed over $960,000 towards the University of Calgary student experience, bursaries, and scholarships. Graduates, this is our investment in you, and it's been worth it. In a few short moments, you'll cross this stage and join a network of 173,000 alumni. These alum, like you, enrich our community in so many ways. You have the talent, the education, and the energy to take you wherever you want to go, and I know that you will go far. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and please Keep your eyes high. Thank you. Could I ask Chan Weerasinghe to please stand? The university draws its strength from its community, its students, its faculty, staff, and alumni. The Order of the University of Calgary honors those within the university family who've brought great honor to this university. S.C. Chan Weerasinghe is a deserving recipient of the Order. As a distinguished transportation engineer, Dr. Weerasinghe has helped build an international reputation for the Schulich School of Engineering. He has been a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering since 1976. Chan also served for over 12 and a half years as the Dean of the Schulich School of Engineering, doubling student enrollment at this time, expanding the engineering internship program, and pioneering the Women in Engineering initiative, among many other highlights. He has received numerous awards during his career, including an Honorary Doctorate of Science from the University of Moratuwa and the Centennial Award from APEGA. He is a Fulbright Scholar and a Fellow of Engineers Canada. Chan's accomplishments make him an inspiration to other graduating students. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Chan Weerasinghe, a true citizen of the University of Calgary. I invite you to admit him as a member of the Order of the University of Calgary in recognition of his exemplary and distinguished service to the university.
Chan Weerasinghe, it is my great pleasure to now admit you as a member of the Order of the University of Calgary. Congratulations.
I would now like to introduce Aretha Van Herk, our university orator, who will deliver the citation for our honorary degree recipient.
Kim Sturgis, please stand. Eminent Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Board of Governors and the Senate, special guests, and graduates. From shimmer to wave, from hydrologic magic to snowflake, water is both poetry and pedantic necessity. It is the most beautiful substance we know. Tide and turn, ripple and wave, undulation and breaker. Water covers almost 3/4 of our planet's surface, and without it, no living form can survive. We are water, the human body more than half water, and water is our greatest need, our source of cleanliness and health. A simple water molecule contains myriad secrets, indeed, the matrix of life itself. And oh, the forms it signifies, that unique quality of taking on the shape of its containers. Here in this magnificent valley, our home, a glacial outwash channel, Kim Sturgis is our aqua champion. With infectious passion, she has made water her inspiration and spirit. She is the founder of Alberta Water Smart, which seeks to develop and improve Alberta's liquid resources. Water Smart has been recognized around the world for work in collaborative watershed protection, making key contributions to flood and drought management. She is executive director of the not-for-profit Water Portal Society, providing education on pivotal water issues. She advises both industry and government on developing innovative and sustainable use and distribution practices and technologies connecting water users and watershed managers to better conserve this precious resource. From drought to flood mitigation, from extraction to agriculture, and stretching from the incredible glaciers in the west to the heart of this city, she teaches the importance of our watersheds, educating the public on water issues and what each one of us can do to make a difference to ongoing thirst. Kim Sturgis has lent her expertise to scientific and professional organizations, has been a director of the Alberta Water Council, the Calgary Airport Authority, the Chamber of Canadian Academies, the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, the National Research Council, APEGA, the Alberta Economic Development Authority, and Queen's University. As president of the Canadian Academy of Engineering, she widened the path for women in engineering. Eminent Chancellor, let us honor this steward of our most precious resource, this woman who resonates water's bright grace, its flow and murmur, its wellspring importance. On behalf of the Senate and the University, I invite you to invest Kim Sturgis with the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
I admit you, Patricia Kim Sturgis, to the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa, and grant you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Chancellor, Madam President, and all of the wonderful folks who are here today in the academic procession, the governors, and particularly the Senate for this very great honor and for welcoming me into this very great family that is the University of Calgary. Much appreciated. So I recall very much the day that I wrote my final exam, the 41st, my last of 41 final exams in engineering school, and heading out for a few refreshing beverages with my classmates after that event, going back to my room and just sitting on the edge of my bed, putting my head in my hands and going, oh my God, now what? You know, I've had 4 years, I've completely committed myself to this education, to becoming what I wanted to become. Where do I go from here? So I thought today I'd share a couple of lessons that have helped me along the way, and hopefully they can help you too. Lesson number 1, live where your heart is happy. You know, I come from a military family, which is why I have the medals on. And we traveled a lot. We moved a lot when I was young. At the worst, at one point, it was 17 times in 22 years. So even though I adored living in some of the places that I did, and I was blessed to live in Prince Edward Island, like your president, for a short time, and I really loved them, I never really felt grounded. And certainly I'd never seen a mountain. And when I came out as a summer student, as many people in the room did, I was a petrophysics engineer at Shell. The second weekend that I was here, one of my fellow summer students said, "Okay, that's it. We're going to Banff. We're going to the cabin. We're going to Banff." And I got to sit they set me up. I got to sit in the front seat. And the first time we came out over Scotts Hill Road, I went, "That's it. I'm home." And I've been here ever since, with just on and off a little bit of education and work. I've been here ever since. And I've been able to have a really robust and exciting career here, a wonderful community, of which so many are here today. It's really overwhelming. Family, friends, all here. And I'm parked. So I think, we also get to enjoy this beautiful nature. And thank you, Aretha, for the wonderful words that were so eloquent about that. So lesson number one for me was sort of live where your heart is happy. The second one is follow your passion. So I had the opportunity to start and build a few businesses in my life, and the end of I was turning 50, and I had to save the world. And I've always been a water person. Water people are born. And I really wanted to find a way to improve the way that we managed our water. I was very lucky to have as a couple of very big supporters and mentors, Peter Lougheed. I don't know if you knew that Peter was a water guy. I didn't until then. And also Fred Stewart, God bless him, who is our board chair for many years. And they helped frame this concept. That said, some of my business buddies who looked at me and they just said, "Kim, you're crazy. Like, how you can't have a business that's water? Water's free. That'll never work." Well, as my enthusiastic supporters over here, cheering section, say today, it's actually worked out pretty well. And we're pretty glad that things are going so well. So I'd say, like, follow your passion. Even if some folks don't think you're doing the right thing, just follow your passion. The next one is really important, and that is honor your profession. One of the coolest thing I do in anything I do is something that will never show up on my resume, and that is that I get to be a warden of Camp 18. As quite a few of you are here in the room today, even at Camp 6 over there, and thanks to that camp, because Chan and I were given the honor of playing a very big role in the Iron Ring ceremony this year, which was your Iron Ring ceremony. And we wanted to make sure that you could make the connection. One of the big things that's talked about in that ceremony, and I'm just paraphrasing Rudyard Kipling, and he said, when the stuff breaks and people die, they don't go after the stuff, they go after the person who built it. And as engineers, this is an extremely important mantle that we take on in graduating. And I think that the value of that obligation, which, by the way, every time I recite it, it's as meaningful as it was the first time, is it reminds us that we've got a code of ethics and a set of practices and standards of practice that ensure that we are taking our responsibility very seriously, and that we are going to do everything we can to reduce the risk of anything going wrong. And I think that that's absolutely critical for our society. So honor your profession. Finally, STEM starts at home. There's a lot of talk about science, technology, engineering, maths, and I think STEM starts at home. And for me, it was my dad. He, crusty old military guy, major general, warrior, and he, when I came home in grade 5 and I said, I'm going to build I want to build spaceships that take people to the stars. And he looked at me and he said, wow, okay. That sounds like a lot of math and physics, so maybe we better go talk to your mother about that, which was pretty good. Then, when I came home at, in high school, and I said, yeah, I'm going to engineering school. He was the first one who said, great, what can I do to help? Where do you want to go? What do you want to study? And that was great. And I've, in my entire career, never felt that the engineering was, that I was doing something that was different or odd. Lonely from time to time, but that's why I have my great engineering girlfriends, and including your president. And so that takes care of the loneliness, and I've had the opportunity to have really terrific mentors and supporters over all that time. So yeah, when that little one comes home and says, I want to be an engineer, well, go, fantastic. What can I do? What can I do to help make that come true for you? So STEM starts at home. So class of 2018, you've been trained and you're ready. This is your time. Good luck.
Dr. Sturgis, thank you for your thoughtful address. It's very clear that you honor your engineering profession, and we're so grateful that your heart is happy in Calgary. Thank you for also honoring us by accepting the honorary degree. You're a great role model for our graduates and also for our faculty and staff. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties of the University of Calgary, I present these graduates and those named in the Convocation program who are not at the ceremony today. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the University of Calgary degrees that they have earned. And graduates, can you please stand?
As a graduate of this university, you join a worldwide kinship of educated persons who have earned opportunities and responsibilities of leadership and service in their chosen communities. To recognize this affinity, we invite each graduate to stand and join with the thousands who have gone before in making the University of Calgary Graduates Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but is a solemn expression of your intention to apply your learning and experience positively for the widest benefit. I invite all past graduates of the University of Calgary to support these newest alumni by also standing and affirming a graduate's obligations and ideals. Could I ask all past graduates to also stand? It's wonderful to see so many in the audience. It's now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished graduate, Cheryl Sandercock, who will lead the graduate pledge. Cheryl received her Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering from our university in 1990. Since that time, she has built a remarkable career in the oil and gas industry. Cheryl is currently a Managing Director in Energy A&D Advisory at BMO Capital Markets, and she contributes to several initiatives towards promoting science careers and advocating for women in STEM. Cheryl is also an active volunteer at the University of Calgary. She serves as chair of the Schulich Industry Advisory Council and as a mentor with our Scholars Academy. Please join me in welcoming Cheryl.
Graduates, I will now lead you in the graduate pledge on the inside back cover of your program. Please follow along and also read aloud. When we finish, we will all say along with me, "This is my pledge." As a graduate of the University of Calgary, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for the well-being of my communities and for the advancement of learning and the public good. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for my actions and respecting the rights, opinions, and dignities of all peoples. I will maintain my competency and keep abreast of developments in my chosen fields. I will strive to better my communities through good citizenship and active participation. I will be a loyal ambassador for my university and will seek to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. I will honor all who have shared their knowledge with me and will, in turn, share my knowledge and experience with those who enter my field or come under my direction. In all my dealings, I will endeavor to be known as a person of honor and repute, ever seeking to earn the peace of good conscience.
By the authority of the statutes of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of our faculties, I admit you to the University of Calgary degrees you have earned and grant you the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to those degrees. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Robin Yates. I'm the Senior Associate Dean at the Faculty of Graduate Studies, and I'm honoured to be here on behalf of Dr. Lisa Young, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies. While all graduate students at the University of Calgary are registered with the Faculty of Graduate Studies, their scholarship, research, teaching, and contributions to the community are typically done through the Faculty of Study. As such, I'd like to join my colleagues in the Schulich School of Engineering to honour the recipients of graduate degrees here today. Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of Graduate Studies, we have the honour to present the following graduates.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Khalid Abdul Rahman. Barafe Azinfar. Is that? Sure. Tariq Ben Mahmoud. Vimal Kumar Bhandari. Tazul Islam Bhuyan. Shahua Chen. Diego Felipe Gomez Coelho. Shu Gong. Thomas Wade Johnson. Pedram Kahe. Jasprit Kaur. Wilhelm Jan Yoldersma Klampenhauser. Helen La. Ali Karami Mogadam. Xiang Li. Yuan Li. Abdullah Darwish Manasra. Mamad Mirzayev. Sumona Mukhopadhyay. Babatunde Oluwasi Obitayo. Diego Ospina Latorre. Farbod Sharif. Purnima Tejani Somatelake. Iliana Sali. Luis Daniel Verla Alvarado. Gang Wang. Pierre Jean Jakes Wildness. Jesse Daniel Williams Kovacs. Graham Neff Wilson. Chung Chung Wu. Nan Si. Hongzhu Yang. Sheng Yang. For the degree Master of Engineering, Taha Ayofyomi. Alfredo Jose Aguilera. Ibrar Ahmed. Noman Ahmed. Famida Akhtar. Muhammad Wakar Azhar. Congratulations. Fatima Besa. Congratulations. Ling Bai. Armando Enrique Borjas. Saad Azam Butt. German Desmoni. Congratulations. Danny L. Hachem. Juan Carlos Fandina Ospina. Avijit Das. Jasmeet Singh Gill. Victor Hugo Garcia. Shaheen Hajizadeh. Amir Abbas Jalali Khalilian. Congratulations. Bicheng Wang. Zhaoxin Huang. Sirui Lin. Songshin Li. Xiao Ying Li. Congratulations. Rui Liao. Hannah Liu. Yufei Liu. Nilofar Malik Afzali. G. Lee. Sina Kei. Mustafa Kakuhi. Madiha Mahmood. Fatime Mizani. Sehrish Munir. Amzad Naveed. Ana Maria Ortiz. Majirogene Merlo Ovi. Abisade Ayategju. Congratulations. Ling Pan. Suchena Parihar. Fariha Kazi Rahman. Rakshit Ramayan Ramya. Farooq Riaz. Tausif Amere Rose. Upneet Shergill. Priyanka Srinivasan. Yezen Sun. Fernanda Teles. Hardev Singh Ubhi. Muhammad Wakas Umar. Jerry Naihorvo Uryevo. Luis Urbina. Shangyu Wang. Yuming Wang. Y. Huishu Xiang. Yibu Su. Yilin Su. Frank Yang. Han Yang. Han Yao. Camilla Sarah Johanna Zaheri. For the degree Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Muhammad Fawaz Ikram. Parisa Mazazi. Ibrahim Fiza Abadi. Nima Khakpur. Adel Alberto Mancela Polanco. Marcela Marianne Crui Liqui. Gaurav Patel. Wei Wu. For the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Erin Lee Roberts. Riley Booth. For the degree Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Xialang Li. For the degree Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Junwei Go. Satare Saidine. Sajad Rostami. For the degree Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Richard Gerald Caldehoven. The degree Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Lazaro Miguel Sanchez Rodriguez. Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Danielle Marie Austin. For the degree Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Omid Ebadi. Rukumanige Asiri Prabhat Senasinghe. Congratulations. For the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Gayan Sampat Brahmanage. Ding Cheng Kao. Obinamuni Supin Devinda De Silva. For the degree Master of Science in Geomatics Engineering, Victoria Dawn Mante. Lei Z. For the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Muhammad Abdul Hadi. Shanlin Zhao. Syed Mehdi Mirsadegi. Syed Mehdi Musavian. Chanan Tin Hang N. Neeraj Prakash. Hadi Sanati. Marshall James Staples. Jean Xuan Su. Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduating class of 2018 for the Schulich School of Engineering. Thank you.
Graduates of the Schulich School of Engineering, it is a great honor to serve as your dean. In the short years that you have been in our school, you have made us so proud, and we know this is just the beginning of your journey. As a community, we are at a turning point, and we need more than ever your innovative and entrepreneurial spirit. Your engineering know-how and leadership will drive conversations around how we embrace the digital revolution. Your engineering know-how and leadership will ensure that innovative solutions are found to grow and make more sustainable our energy sector. Your engineering know-how, leadership, and entrepreneurial spirit will create new industries in Alberta that will drive the diversification of our economy. Graduates of the Schulich School of Engineering, we will watch your careers unfold with incredible pride. Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of the Schulich School of Engineering, we have the honor to present the following graduates.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Abdul Rahman, Combined Program Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering with distinction, Bachelor of Arts in Economics with distinction. Anne Toy Niek. Jane Au. Derek Charles. Kristen Ellen. Matthew George. Janiel Chiu Kaba. Chernival N. Wilfred Lurand. Ahmed Chernak. Borisov Spedorozov Chusov. Puong Dong Jiang. Yu Dong Chen. Michael Ian Chang. Alexander Kellyton Clark. Kristen Lynn Corsart, Sarah Elkadi, Carson Robert Fick, Robin Lynn Nicole Farr, Ty Broson Galeta, Samuel Dylan Griffin, Natalia Hannedy, Ryan Hall, Connor Stanley Humphreys, Saad Hussain, Lotfi Hasni, Kanika Kapila, Dwinder Kaur, Alina Kanistaka, Wernberg Ronnie Lee, Maggie Lang, Aaron Lang, Caroline May Liu, Suyang Liu, Natalie Ann Christopher Ma, Evan Connor McLean, Ekaterina Mineva, Annie Nguyen Ng, Tyler Brandon Nelson, Uchioanka Julia Okonoku, Lindsay Ann Petriolo, Scott Darren Preston, Jennifer Maria Prestupa, Henrik Quinn, Vok Petra, James Patrick Woodford, Tang Yu Rong, Kalyan Rai Senel, Alan Shea, Karmivar Sheng Sidhu, Catherine Maria Unick, Kenrick Kyle Valenci Villar, Yo Chi Wang, Wei Wei, Fengu Shi Wu, Chinran Wu, Tong Su, Julia Yuan, Kalyun Zhang, Xin Yu Zhang, combined with Bachelor of Arts in Economics with distinction. Zhuang Zhao, Justin Chrysler Anatado, Marshall Allen Arielano, Ian Arnako, Shar Isam Atawani, Marcos Lavater Bernardo, Erin Lauren Bios, Joseph Kurt Blass, Daniel Luke Blissack, Jillian Marie Brittana, J. Taylor Briggs, Duncan Patrick Campbell, Kalyan Mary Castro, Khan Chuang, Christopher Chiu, Rebecca Ann Ducard, Cole I. Clayton Felshawski, Jonathan Calvin Frabel, Samuel Joseph Fritz, Sandra Gianovich, Kylie Anichi Godriu, Thomas Galkis, Matthew Peter Garliski, Amela Lauren Selena Goraz, Trevor Matthew Harding, Maria Andrina Hernandez, Liam Hulche, Jason Ia Kang Sui, Milia Stephanie Johnson, Karen Kamar, Claire Susan Clyde, Scott Christopher Kovacs, Kagan Cole Lane, Kelvin Lee, Graham Lee, Brian Kenneth Mo De Yuang, Michael Mao, Mary Jean Pauline Marquez, Dion Erina Mendoca, Glenn Ross Noiki, Olu Michael Ojo combined with Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Aston James Ostrander, Kimberly Magalady Stephanie Ons, Mikhail Christoph Anders Pedrokia, Darlan Scott Peterson, Brenda Natalie Podio, Celentin Ross, Marks Roger Richard, Sophia Elizabeth Sadowski, Ashbir Singh Sini, Bridwan Sander, Akash Singh, Mackenzie Lee Sommers, Jacob Lee Elder Strutman, Noman Hafiz Sultan, Kimberly Rachel Thomas, Eric Eki Whiteson, Huang Wang, Emily Victoria Webb, Michael Thomas West, Seo Su, Tiffany Young, Yoshang Zhao, Yang Junzil, Renes Normandy Torres Abad, John Eris Abraham, Abu Bakr Ibrahim Al-Kaf, Muhammad Jamil Alam, Mitchell James Bashne, Dhruva Bhaskar, Munif Sarar Vati, Jay Ragesh Birch, Ryan Gin June Batlin, Eddie Jose Calderon, Nicholas Stephen Casher, Jonathan Chin, Guni Chow, Jean Choi, Nangshun Cho, Brenna Levina Clark, Alexander Robert Cook, Hayden Sean D'Souza, Sasha D'Souza, Cynthia Fernando, Arthur Posa Spina Franca, Ron David Gordon, Lindsay Ann Geddes, Daniel Solly Jesurvis. So. Samuel Girax, Anders Camilio Gonanges Cambilios, Jillian Beth Gortowski, Landon Joel Haik, Mohammad Ahmed, Anup Singh Hans, Marshall Harris, Selena Salonga Haliado, Wingman Ho, Andrew Hunter, Logan August Hunter, MD Takbiatul Islam, Shukdeep Jassal, Oshuria Nishikant Juan, Kevin Scott Jensen, Tamit Ghaffar Kazi, Jaeyon Kim, Abigail Mary King, Calvin Kwang, Ulsan Kin Tao Kwan, Duankan Yu Kwang Lam, Gerald Lee, Jaewon Lee, Shangmok Lee, Jiang Lee, Ray Lee, Daniel Lin, Patrick Ron Lingang, Sin Ens Liu, Andy Liu, Fiza Malik, Anmol Edip, Macalisa, James Peter Macalisa, Liam Magaran, Alex David Malberanger, Amandeep J. Minas, Christopher Carter Nilsson, John Narun, Paul David Nataranjan, Cameron Jacob Nosad, Leon Chuang Longnagi, Tim Wang Nguyen, Nelson Notavit, Dylan George Peterson, Benjamin Savio Praise, Akila Varan Premachandra, Manuel Quintas Gonzales, Sarah Neolene Rathazi, Martin Allen Rodriguez Clevero, Matthew Darrell Rose, Gurdeep Singh Sangha, Mark James Sundarasan, Jingsen San, Gurikar Singh Sidhu, J.C. Small, Rayleigh Robert William Smith, Sally Azuva Stevens, James Oscar Stephenson, Joshua William Thompson, Sarah Oris Thorson, William Keith Vander Mullen, Combined Program, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Rui Wang, Mehdi Walker, Mitchell Robert Weber, Chengwei Wei, Brian Matthew Wong, Ife Young, Helian Yao, Chuan Yu Zhang, Riki Zhao, Ilian Zhao, Jianfeng Zhou, Aidan Jacob Nastasio, Morgan John Barker, Robert James Brooks Barker, Brian Basil Australia Bensing, Maria Elena Blesa, Brooke Jamison Boswell, Corey John Cameron, Connor Lee Karmar Casper, Jeffrey Turinan Castor, Luca Christopher Chan, Christina Maria Cumberland, Dennis Norman Sire, Austin James Ganson, Jordan Albert Gutek, Brandon James Ingram, Anthony Mark Howe, Bomin Kim, Jesse Layton, Ryan David Maidel, Michael Mikalik, Justin James Nguyen, Muiz Adiwa OPB, Terry Genesis Aguilar Ortiz, Remy Miguel Richard, Louis Alicia Simon Santos, Rahul Shaman, Pehrobot Tasavagiris, Graham Theodore Williams, Griffin James Zar, Luke George Benge, Jennifer Elizabeth Busser, Sheng Lan Chao, Jessica Katie Cho, Sophie Madeline Courtier, Michael Andrew Joseph Duesevic, Aliasa Michelle Fournier, MD Kamrud Jaman, Arun Koch, Jed Ernest Croker, Dylan Jonathan Kripiti, Bradin Jeffrey Kwok, Jude Savanish Lacoste, Doreen Patricia Mundin, combined with Science and Geometric Engineering, Abdul Rahman Ali, Francisco Joseph Rosica, Sandra Simonova, Ethan Herbardley Smith, Christopher Anthony Swaney, Samuel Joseph Vita, Claudia Yeting Wong, Andrew Jason Eckstein, Patrick Dorisov Adamaski, Lee Ronald Alakiu, Fatima Ali, Theodore Francis Alien, Mia Christopher Ansley, Michael Kenneth John Essie, Laura Kimberly Betty, Justin Joseph Biodin, Garkikat Singh Bular, Robert Eric Budwich, Graham Matthew, Kevin Conrad Klagan, Christian Cardona, Heather Lauren Mary Shirty, Jungi Chong, Carlin Cho, Eric Chuang, Xiong Yi Tusi, Yosia Chui, Corey John Seasons, Elitzer Adam Dahlman, Chad Alan Diamond, Erin Haley Estick, Jordan Jacob Yesu, Samuel David Fajardo, Brandon James Granat, Jaid Shauket Gidan, Hussein Glimondord, Alexander Waldemar Grab, Jonathan Chuk Ha, Michael Stephen Topik Hardika, Nagin Hemati, Justice Daniel Hernandez, Tyron Hernandez Lagan, Alexander Frederick Irwin, Anton Ivalev, Nathan Andrew Jack, Joel Abraham Jacob, Suhail Jalali, Tyler Stewart Jansen, Jane Javid, Tanis Daniel Kemp, Ramandev Singh Kosha, Erin Alana Suki Kyonga, William Russell Ozan, Sid Cole Hatkar, Alexander Paul Krusina, Philip Kureika, Adam Andreas Laser, Maureen Elizabeth Latter, Andy Chi Rui Lau, Lawrence Lau, Gang Yao Lee, Sual Ki, Brett Lee, Kyle Gregory Osterang Lima, Kevin Martin Lanzin, Justin Leong, Robin Kenny Leong, Martin David Levesek, Min E. Lee, Samuel James Litwaski, Monica Lucia Lopez, Louis B. Mauve, Duncan William McKean, Joel Christian Myers, Evan David Magnuson, Andrea Courtney Ma, Betty Mack, Beta Malakian, Benjamin John McCurry, Scott Charles McSnakey, Tori Leonard Messenger, Timothy Kikteen Mock, Dane McGregor Morrison, Stephen Nilsson, Duitan Neon, Jessica Lane Norman, Hugh Anders Ola Sereg Ki, Pan, Jasmine Vanessa, Sweta Patel, Timothy William Press, Ryan Michael Platt, John Charles Pretorius, Abdul Rahman, Avijit Singh Shangha, Jasdeep Singh Sanghera, Nathan Schools, Tyler Nathan Savitz, Hassan Shaheen Marzia Sharif Jedi Mazafi, Brittany Daniel Shenfield, Daniel Frederick Seven, Sarosh Shulak, Andrew Brian Standis, Henry Halmut Stolt, Graham Douglas Tate, Sarim Tariq, Derek Tat, Curtis Trader Thorson, Sin Ze Tong, Devon Peter Vanny Craig, Sebastian Verlia Penitz, Arlene Villavekonov Rekus, Sava Vojic, Barden Walsechuk, Colton Arthur Wright, Alan Shai Hoyu, George Bruno, Manuel Alejandro Zia, Janelle Sunes Alonatev, Christopher Derek Chu, Philip Hanna, Josek Razeni Jonathan, Jason William Comlin, Tanner Line Litwain, Jason Simon Ply, Elnar Sharifli, Braden Spitmaker, Adil Fami Sanhazi, Nicolos Fundark, Andy Man Boku, Shuyang U, Carol Young, Wasif Jahir, Yechen Zhang, Sam Au, Marisa Susan Baden, Begina Sharif Wahid, Mikhal Kurian Ball, Kushamdeep Brar, Carolyn Kim Duan, Vernica Eaton, Be Margarita Subira, Humayun Frahi, Polo Giovacchini Fisico, Stephen Joseph Hepburn, Jose Miguel Perea, James Edward Ingalls, Aruna Lau, Kariwasam, Arun Thion Kim, Tyler Aston Lariveri, Pandy Hong Hiu Lee, Brandon Tyler Lee, Alivan Yonen Lee, William Zhu Feng Ling Zhuang, Kelby Kar Chun Ma, Joel Martin McFadden, Connor Shia Muench, Nabila Ali Mohanta, Connor Jacob Newman, Bradley James Profanimola, Jason Kyle Pigeon, Ming Zi Wan, Henry Tran, Nguyen Ang Tran, Vincent Tin Sang Wong, David Jansao Sao, Connor Ivan Jimmerman, Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduating class of 2018 from the Schulich School of Engineering.
$500 and something.
Well, congratulations, graduates, and well done. We are now at the point of the ceremony where we single out a few graduates for special recognition. Those students who've excelled into the study in their studies to the point where they're singled out as medal winners. The details of the medals that we are awarding at this ceremony and the names of the medal winners appear on page 24 of your convocation program. Eminent Chancellor and President, it is my honor to present to you, the platform party, graduates, families, and friends, today the following medal winners. And the first one is a multiple award winner, the winner of the Chancellor David B. Smith Gold Medal in Engineering, the Muriel Kovitz Prize, and the Governor General's Silver Medallion is Dhruv Baskar. With a perfect cumulative GPA of 4.0, Dhruv has received 10 scholarships throughout his degree, including the Peer Scholarship, an IEEE Microwave Theory and Technique Society undergrad scholarship that's offered to only 10 students worldwide. Yes. He established the IEEE Micro and Nanotechnologies Lab chapter and served as chair until 2016, has co-authored a journal publication in IEEE, and has worked on improving NASA's Radio Jove kit, which was recognized in NASA's bulletin. His capstone project was aimed at increasing efficiency of solar panels, and his thesis, Micro Nanotechnologies Lab, was awarded Silicon Space for fabrication, which he will continue in the coming months. Dhruv is keen to further his knowledge in analog integrated circuit design and looks forward to working full-time in this field at Semtech after graduation. Congratulations, Dhruv. The recipients of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta Past President's Gold Medals are awarded to the following people. For chemical engineering, Katie Unek. For electrical engineering, Marshall Harris. For energy engineering, Aiden Anastasio. Dylan. For geomatics engineering, Dylan Krupity. Henry? For mechanical engineering, Henry Stolt. Tanner? For oil and gas, Tanner Litwin. Okay, just want to check. No, here, give me that card. You don't need it. And for software engineering, Joel McFadden.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends who have come from far and wide, thank you for attending the convocation ceremony and supporting our graduates. What a pleasure it's been for us to see such accomplished graduates cross the stage. They truly represent the future of Canada. Thank you to our esteemed faculties, the Faculty of Graduate Studies and also the Schulich School of Engineering. Congratulations to our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Kim Sturgis, and to our Order of the University of Calgary recipient, Dr. Chan Weerasinghe. Thank you to our orator, Aretha Van Herk, for a moving citation for Dr. Sturgis. I wish William Shakespeare was here today to hear your description of water. That was phenomenal. Congratulations to our medal and award winners once again, to Aidan, Drew, Marshall, Dylan, Tanner, Joel, Henry, and Katie. Convocation wouldn't be the same if it weren't for music, so thank you to Alf Miller, our piper, our vocalist, Gretchen Castronuovo, and also to the Johnny Summers Quintet. And a heartfelt thank you, yes. Remember this convocation, grads. It's a rare occasion when you have a jazz quintet playing at your ceremony. This is really something. A heartfelt thank you to all of my many colleagues who have worked relentlessly over the last few weeks behind the scenes, our marshals and our ushers, all the staff and volunteers, to make this afternoon's ceremony unfold so smoothly. And to our 2018 grads, we wish you fond memories of your time at the University of Calgary. Congratulations on a job well done. Today is a day of celebration. Take photos with your family and friends. Party hardy this evening and cherish the memories that you've made along the way. You've done it. You're a University of Calgary graduate. This is a distinction that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. I'm proud to be an alumnus, and I'm now honored to be associated with you as fellow alumni. I declare this convocation closed. Please stand for the departure of our processions.